Hey everyone, today we're going to be playing some Hytale. The server I'm playing on uses some custom weapons that have some pretty intense visual effects. So I just wanted to put a potential flashing warning on here. Uh, if you're at risk for seizures or anything, you may want to skip this video. Thank you. Bruh, I forgot to start recording. I was just going to start recording on this server, Histatu. If I do /el, we have a couple of mods on my main profile. I'm not quite at the end of progression, but I wanted to level my alt because I wanted to play Bard. So I thought I'd make a little series out of it, leveling my Bard. One of the other players, Toxic, was helping me run some dungeons, as in, carrying me through them. But yeah, I haven't selected my augments yet, so I can do that real quick. I believe we are going to do a raid soon as well. Because the last time we did it, it was bugged, like super, super bugged. But let's see. So, Bard scales off of mana and stamina. So we are looking for those. Arcane Cataclysm might be good, actually. Let's look at Bard again. Yeah, Bard also gets magic damage buffs. So, once it's re-enabled, if I get Magic Blade, that will probably be the best in slot. But right now, it is completely disabled because it is busted as hell. Like, just completely broken. So they disabled it. So let's see, we want stamina and sorcery. And yeah, okay. So Arcane Cataclysm might actually be a really good one for us, so we're going to take it. Ooh, and we immediately also get Arcane Comet. This could be good. We'll probably re-roll that one later. We're going to want flow, stamina, sorcery, stamina. Let's take some discipline, some stamina. More flow, stamina, life force, defense, sorcery, defense, life force, discipline, sorcery, stamina, all claimed. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, we're going to look at the races. If I don't find one that seems really good, we are actually just going to do this one. Because this one has XP gain and pretty good stats, at least for my old build. Maybe not for this one. Human might actually be better. So we are looking for sorcery, so we won't do ascended because this one has a negative sorcery. Let's see. Celestial could be fine, but I'd rather not take the strength debuff. Because if you have debuff strength, that's just less damage. Even though that your main stat will be sorcery for damage, it's still better to not have to sacrifice strength. This one again, not going to take it because of the sorcery debuff. This one could be viable, but I probably won't go for it either. Still has a debuff. If I look at the paths on this one, what is the sorcery build? Okay, so the capstone on this one would actually be worse for sorcery. So we're probably not going to go for that one either. Voidborn. I can't speak today, bro. Has some potential. But its sorcery scaling is not that high. It's better than some of the other ones I've seen, though. So we'll think of Void. Let's see, Watcher. Ooh, 30% damage reduction is crazy. But the other things are pretty good. What were the passives on this? Okay, so far Voidborn is definitely in the lead. Let's see, Wraith. That one is not that bad. I think we'll go with Voidborn. But yeah, in my opinion, this is currently the best Hytale server that I know of. There's a couple of other ones. Shout out to Grimoria. If you like Dark and Darker, definitely try that one. But this one has some of the best devs. They're pretty much always active, and the community is pretty good. This server also has a Skyblock alternate version, and they're working on a land claims version as well. So yeah, if you want to check it out, I will put the server information in the description, or in the right of my screen, you can also see the IP right there. Right now, we have a little bit of downtime because they're doing some bug fixes. We're just waiting for the raid to start. So I will probably skip this part of the recording. I'm not going to be doing much. But yeah. Let's see, for skill points. And there's the raid. So we're going to go ahead and swap back to our main profile and grab my gauntlets. Hop in. Now, I don't know what this music is from, so it's probably going to get copyright striked. But I don't have enough subscribers to get DMCA'd and lose money on it anyways. So, you know, if it becomes a problem and the video gets taken down, I'll just mute this part of the video. But for now, I don't really mind. So yeah, the raid system on this server is just kind of a, almost like a boss rush or a hack and slash, just a bunch of enemies, and you just, once you kill them all, you get a bunch of loot. I'm not very into PvP, but there's also PvP on this server. It's set up a little bit like an extraction shooter, where loot will refill in the arena chests, and you can go down. To my knowledge, you don't drop your armor and weapons when you die, but you drop everything else. So if I were to die in arena, I would drop my food and my instruments here, just all of this stuff. And then I believe they said that there's duels as well, but I haven't done them and I don't really know how they work. There's also like trading. Anyways, the raid is about to stop, so I can, or start, so I can stop it. Oh, it's still a little laggy. Yeah, as you can see, the server has some custom weapons. They're called Divine Weapons. Right now I'm using Divine Gauntlets, which are very fun. Earlier I was using Divine Daggers, which are called the Ares Daggers. But yeah, mods have been working really hard to get the server more stable. I would definitely recommend trying it out. The raids are, I believe, at midnight, noon, and 6 p.m. I think Eastern time. I'm not 100% sure. I can check right after. And even if you don't do good damage, you still get like crazy rewards for the raids, so they're definitely worth stopping in for. Oh, and all of the ranks, you can see in the right, it says my rank right there, Mythic, are completely grindable. You can either buy them with in-game currency, or you can get permanent or 1 month like I did from the raid crate. You can also get them for hitting certain levels in the XP mod. So, I believe if you hit 500 with a specific weapon, you get permanent mythic, or I think it's level 2000 cumulatively, maybe 2500, one of the two. That also gives you permanent mythic. Oh, and Noelle might come up trying the server in a bit. Probably not today, but she seemed interested in trying it once she gets Hytale. So maybe expect some content off of the server. That could be fun. Oh, and the reason I go third person for these is if I'm first person, it looks like this. So, yeah. For gauntlets, I definitely recommend going third person. Sound effects for some of the custom enemies are a little grating, but it's manageable. Hopefully they're not too loud in the recording. I'm actually going to turn down the game volume just in case, and then after I see how it is in the recording, I'll adjust it. So if, for the rest of the video, if the rest of the game volume is way too quiet, just let me know and I'll just make it higher for the next one. Youchie. And I need some water. I should have got some before the raid. Ouch. Honestly, my only real complaint for this server so far is there's not a lot of skill expression when it comes to like the raids and dungeons. Like there is a little bit of a skill expression when it comes to like the PvP, but when it comes to dungeons and stuff, it's just kind of like whoever has the best augments will just end up doing the best. Which, you know, that kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I wish they were a little more skill-based, or at least rewarded skill. Because most of them are like flat damage increases, or like conditional damage increases. Like, it doesn't take me any skill to be doing like 4,000 damage a hit here. And that's not even like crazy numbers. Like, some of the top players hit like thousands or hundreds of thousands of damage per hit. Part of that is just part of that is just like from playing the game a lot, and they just are max level, which I'm not yet. But I still wish there was a little more skill expression to be had. Like this is a bug that they're working on fixing right now. Right now, retaliation is just tied to the damage you take and not the actual damage that you like survive taking. So if you get one tapped by one of the raid bosses, you can get a proc of like 60 million damage just for dying. So yeah, they're working on fixing that one. Ouch. I thought I had my ult charged. I did not. Also, sorry, sorry there was no Minecraft video this week. We were going to record the April Fool's update, but we ended up having some issues in real life, so we missed our usual recording slot. So we sadly will probably not be posting a video other than this one. At least not this week. Hey, volume warning. Oh! Oh! Yo! I was recording! I was recording for it! So that rank that I had that was 1 month, I now have forever. That's awesome. That is not the max rank. There is also divine rank. Let's see, where are the ranks? Oh, server restart. I will show you after the server restart. I will probably either cut out or fast forward through this section. Here they are. Ah, the sign is missing. So you can't see the rank that I currently have. But this one is the max rank. Normally they last 1 week, but you can win permanent divine from either the raid or they do seasonal events. I believe Toxic. I believe Toxic won the most recent event. So he has permanent divine. Alright, we're doing another raid because, like I said, they've been bug fixing a lot. So we need to do more raids to test. Which is nice because when they do the... When they do raids, even if it's just a test raid, you still get full rewards. Unless the server crashes. Because they have no way to track which players were in the raid when it crashes. But yeah, normally when they have to restart, they also give away either a raid, an enchant, or a divine key. What the fuck is that? This looks like the Warden challenge effect. Let me grab some water. Alright, I'm back. Ooh, different enemies this time. This might actually be the Warden challenge if that is what that is in this guy. Yeah, this is a Warden challenge. Ouch! That guy hits hard. Yeah, the Warden challenges are little, wave-based challenges that you can craft a summon to. And they'll just be summonable out in the world. Another thing with me saying that there's not a lot of skill expression is I kind of wish this little combo that I'm doing did more damage than just spamming ult. Like, what I'm doing right now is more optimal than the combo that I was just doing. But it's a lot less fun, so I don't just spam ult. Oh, and the reason my stamina isn't going down that much is because I have an enchantment that reduces stamina costs. In the future, I might stream on this server over on Twitch. But right now, there's... I wouldn't call it a problem, but just something that I've noticed where if you use like the /homes command, it will show the exact coordinates of each one of your homes. And I just don't want to do that on stream. That's kind of scary. Whereas on recording, I can either edit out the part where I use the command, or just put a black box over it. Also, if these pop-ups on the right are annoying to you guys, I can disable them. I like having them because I like having the information. But if you guys really don't like them, then I'll just disable them whenever I'm recording. Right now, my main build is a lifesteal brawler, which has been really fun. The one that I'm going to be leveling up in this video is a support-based bard, which I will pair with magistrate to give people shields. But bard basically heals and buffs nearby people's damage up to, I believe, 200%. I kind of wish that the bard did also... I wish that the bard also did some, like, sharing of augments. Like, obviously not 100%, probably not even 50%. But it would be really cool to be able to share augments with other people and have them be able to increase stacks for it with you. Or failing that, at least just have it so you could share augments. So you could do like Grasp of the Undying or some other tank augment and increase your party's health. Or like crit chance. Or maybe have it so that lifesteal is shared to nearby players, like divided among nearby players. Just any amount of sharing augments. But for now, the damage buff is fine for me. Yeah, the raids are really fun. I can show you some of the dungeons here in a bit. Because the dungeons are pretty sick too. From, I believe the two mods that add dungeons are Major Dungeons and Endgame and Quality of Life. So even if you don't check out the server, definitely check out some of the mods that we have, because they are pretty fun. Sorry for the visual effects spam. I will put a flash warning here at this part in the recording. I'll probably just put a flashing warning at the beginning of the recording, to be honest, because even the gauntlets are a little obnoxious. But yeah, for only being, I believe, a few months in development, this server is very good. Oh. The other server, the other arena hasn't won yet. My brain stopped. And then normally you can... Oh! There was actually a player slot for the first time in, like, several raids. Loading, loading, loading. Come on, come on. So after you finish your raid, if you want to come contribute more damage, you can actually go to a second raid that's still in progress and help them out. Only if there are open slots, though. Right now, it allows for 10 people per raid lobby. It used to be a lot higher, but it was causing tremendous lag. Like, actually unplayable lag. So they had to stop doing that. 9 million damage, pretty good. Hey, I'm number 7! Hey, it loaded. Toxic at the top, as always. Yeah, this all makes sense. And if you're wondering why the music is still going, for some reason, all of the custom music, you can't stop it early. It's only stoppable at the end of a loop. So that's pretty fun as well. I yapped for like literally 20 minutes here. Don't say anything important. We are back. So, this is the remnants of one of my old bases. So, I do not care if anyone sees this. But anyways, I got some dungeon keys. I might die in Dungeon of Fear 3 and Shard of the Void. But other than that, these should be pretty quick. Since Bard is a support class, and I'm not playing with anyone at the moment, I probably will not be using Bard for this section. But yeah, we're just going to go through and destroy everything in here. But yeah, shout out to the Major Dungeons dev. or I think it's actually a dev team. They've done a fantastic job. Just looking at all the rooms and... this dungeon, the first one is pretty basic, but the second and third one are actually, in my opinion, pretty impressive dungeon design. Like, even having played MMOs for years and years, I really like the designs of the second and third ones. Even this one isn't bad. I just think it's an early game dungeon as to not overwhelm new players, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah, we have mimics. Don't really want any of these. So yeah, even if you don't want to check out Histatu, you should absolutely check out the Major Dungeons mod. They've done some really good stuff. If you want the leveling and augment system that we have, that one is endless leveling. But this server actually has a completely custom version of it, so we have a couple of things that other people don't have that I believe you can also get by going on the developer's Patreon. If I remember to, I'll link all of these mods I'm mentioning, I'll link them in the description. Sorry, I just had to sneeze on the boss there. Another small gripe is your inventory does fill with clutter. So hey, if any of y'all watching happen to be a mod developer and you know how to make a mod that is an inventory like pickup filter, please do so. I would very much appreciate that. Because the owners of this server have said that if someone can find a mod that does that, then they will absolutely add it because they want it to. We're just gonna go ahead and put probably just crit damage. Let me just scroll up because they might have said they're restarting. It doesn't look like it. Alright. I will show you Fear 2. I believe the dev said that this one was focusing more on verticality and like dynamic rooms, which I feel they've done a pretty solid job of. Hold on, the door is bugged. Ah, I went the wrong direction. That is a bug where if you're in third person, sometimes you'll be facing the wrong way when you enter a dungeon. Kind of funny. But yeah, when you're actually on level, these dungeons are much harder. I am just way above level. And then, just a small tip, if you are strong enough to clear enemies super fast, then in this dungeon, you are going to want to open all of these coffins, because they have a random chance to contain a skeleton, and it's just free XP. And this profile is at max now. So if I bring the skeletons over here... Now this dungeon is going to go significantly slower than before, but that's okay. I am going to want a lot of health as to not get one-shot by everything. I still got one shot. Very cool. Wait, I have an augment. Oh, this is probably one of the stat ones. Yeah. Okay. Luckily, I have another key to Dungeon of Fear 2 just in my inventory. And this one should be closer to my level, so it should be easier. I don't know if I'll still be able to clear it because of my prestige. Okay. The mage isn't one-shotting me, which is good. But with this damage, I think the alchemist will still one-shot me. So it really just depends on what level we hit before we get to the first alchemist. And I'm not going to open all of these coffins, because I don't think I can fight them. And you see, if I hit a lag spike, I also die. Just because my level is lower now. Well, I'm out of keys. Probably should have just bit the bullet and wasted a bunch of levels showing you the dungeons. Alright. Note to... since I am low level again, we are going to run some more ones. If I remember to, I'll put a timestamp of when I go back to 2s. Just so you can skip to it. See, I'm back to not even doing enough damage to instantly get my ult back. There we go. Yeah, just a couple of tips if you do join this server. Just don't be afraid to ask people to help you. So many people are so willing to run the lower dungeons with you, to help you level up. And your life will be so much easier if they do. I think it took me several hours to get to the first prestige, just because when I joined there was no one online. But I'm seeing new players prestige like 2 or 3 times in the first 5 hours, just with the help of other players. And I honestly love to see it. Like, I love seeing the community working together. Yeah, those alchemists, the ones that throw the flasks, everyone hates them. They are known to one-shot you, pretty easily. For now, 50 health should probably be good. Actually, we should bump, critical chance next. And then we're going to keep auto-allocating to defense until we get 20%. But yeah, if you want to see me on, like, trying out some other servers, let me know. I'll make videos on other servers. If you have servers that you want me to try, also send those my way. I'll try them out. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a server named Grimoria. I'm not sure if it's online, but last I checked, it was not updated to current version. So once that gets updated, I will absolutely run some on recording, because that Grimoria is genuinely one of the most impressive servers I've seen on either Hytale or Minecraft. Like, it is genuinely mind-boggling what that developer has done. The same developer also posted on Reddit a clip of them getting, I think Tetris and Pokemon Red working on an emulator that runs within Hytale, which is insane. Just mind-bogglingly crazy. We're at 20% defense, so we're going to swap that over to Life Force. For now, 45% crit rate should be good. We're going to start pumping crit damage. So, in endless leveling, leveling crit damage is actually better than leveling strength. But it's kind of like in Balatro, where if you have a lot of plus molt but no X molt, you just go nowhere. It's a similar thing where if you have a lot of crit damage but not a lot of strength, you're going to be doing like maybe 400% of your normal damage on a crit, right? But if your normal damage is like 800, then that's not that much compared to if you level both to where maybe you're only getting 200% on a crit, but you're doing like 2,000 damage every hit. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. Sorry, I just can't stop yapping about these dungeons and the mods we have. They're so fun. Endless leveling also added compatibility for a mod called Hytale. So if you're looking for like a roguelike experience, maybe try combining those two mods. Oh, I can show you the, is it in the last area or is it in this area? I never remember. It's in here. This is one of the optional loot rooms. Grab a mimic. The mimics, they'll drop mimic tongues, which can be used to make the Silver Moon loot bags, which have a chance to give you mounts. On this server, I don't really have that many mounts. I only have the horse. But on one of my survival worlds, I have one of the higher level mounts, and they're pretty fast. They're kind of made obsolete because in this server, we also have the glider mod, whichever mod that's added from. And I have the max tier glider, which lets you, like, speed boost yourself. So, yeah, the mounts don't really keep up. But they're still pretty cool. Yeah, there is a bug where these guys are not scaled properly, like level-wise, like they don't have a level assigned to them. So they're just like the completely normal ones that you find in base game. But all the other enemies work fine, so I don't know why these ones are like this. I don't remember what prestige I just hit. I'll have to check in a sec. Because I think it's prestige 18 that I get the last upgrade to my race. We can try another DOF2. Let's see, let's get to 60 HP. And then set our auto allocate to strength and pump. These two. Just go ahead and throw out all of these. Here, to help us out a bit, we're going to eat meat pie to get some extra health. Yeah, as you can already probably be able to tell, yeah, the alchemist still one-shots me. As you can probably already tell, oh, there we go. The second dungeon is a lot larger than the first one. Oh, hell yeah. Do I already have one of those? I don't. That's a new one. My collection expands. Hitting some crazy pulls on this recording, I guess. Let's also go 60 defense and 50% crit rate is good enough for now. Oh, they also recently, I think mostly as a gag, added a marriage mod. And then the developer, the developer of the endless leveling mod made a plugin that adds compatibility between endless leveling and the marriage mod. So now you need a priest to get married. But when you do get married, you get stat buffs for being near your spouse. So that's pretty neat. Unfortunately, I don't play this with anyone. So, for now I'm single. As a bit, I did marry one person just to get immediately divorced because I said in chat, yo, who's going to be the first divorced couple? And someone was like, yo, I also want to be the first divorced. So we got married and then divorced like 8 minutes later, and now as a joke, whenever we see each other, we're just like, ah, oh, it's you. Oh, that was close. Okay, I think the alchemists don't one-shot me anymore, but if I get hit by something else and then the alchemist, I'll die.
Penis.
Thank you, Demo. And this is a parkour section. I have cleared this a couple of times, but I don't wanna. So we're just gonna fly over it. There's some chests that you can get over there. When you're first doing this dungeon, the loot in them is pretty solid. But where I am, the loot is pretty bad. So I'm just not gonna bother. Oh, I should have showed you guys the loot room, the gold door. I literally passed right by it. Oh well. I literally have the keys in my inventory. I'll probably do another DOF 2 after I finish showing off all the dungeons. So we can just do it then. That was kind of sick. The boss in here might still one-tap me. We will see. Our damage is really, really good. Before I prestiged, I was actually able to one-tap this boss. But that's just kind of how it is. You're just like me, trying to make history. Sorry. The reason I'm getting 2 exit keys is because I have looting on my sword. Or not sword, gauntlets. Lamau. But yeah, once again, if you know how to make Hytale mods, and you can make an inventory pickup filter, please, please do that. Please, I'm begging you. That would be so good. The end room loot is pretty solid. I probably won't pick any of... I'll actually pick up the coins. What are they yapping about? Oh, they're yapping about one of the augments. I have to leave soon. I'll finish showing you guys the dungeons. And then I'll probably edit this video and post it later today. Let's see. We want more crit damage. And then we can almost get 100% crit right here. Okay. DOF 3 I will definitely not be able to clear. Because I can barely clear this when I'm max level. Yeah, just look at my damage. And I'm dead. The slag spike will kill me. Yep. Didn't kill me, it actually disconnected me from the server. Which I guess is kind of dying. Yeah, so when I respawn here, it respawns me in my base. So, another cut. We are back. The ice dungeon is easier than the dungeon I just did. But whatever. This one is probably going to be cleared really quickly unless they fixed it. Yeah, they did not fix it. For some reason, this one just is not buffed as much as it needs to be. But part of that is because the Dungeon of Fear dungeons are just so much more polished. That's like the main focus and progression right now. Ah. I am, on paper, disconnected from the server. Lamau. We should relog. We can do it after this, though. Yeah, join the server and you can fight this dragon and have a real fight against it instead of one-tapping it like me. Kind of feel bad, actually. Go ahead and teleport. That reload it? Nope. Okay, we have to relog. Lamau. Most of the bugs are actually on Hytale's side, I'm noticing. There are a couple of bugs that have to be fixed by the various mod developers, but a lot of it is actually just straight up from Hytale. Which is fine, because it's in early development. Oh, I didn't... if you didn't see, Hytale actually added a community like feature request page. So if you have features to request, then please submit them there. Just make sure to check to see if your request has already been submitted by someone else to not clutter up the page. But yeah, definitely do that if you have features that you are missing. Let's see. Next is the swamp dungeon. This one... Wait, did someone else get permarank? Yeah, even this dungeon is a lot easier than the, DOF3. Even though this one actually scales properly. Or somewhat properly. I fell through the floor, so I couldn't show you the actual path. But yeah, with this one, you come over here, and you can mine this crystal. Man, I'm speedy. I think the next closest one is up here, but we need the dungeon currency. I don't remember how much this thing costs is the problem. I should probably check. 6? What do you mean I only have 1? Oh, I bought it. It just lagged out. Okay, we're good, we're good. And then we can come over here. I'm trying not to fly around too much because I want to show you guys the build. Because the dungeon designs are actually gorgeous. I love them. So I'm trying not to fly through them too much, because I do genuinely want to show them off. Yeah, here you get this infused rope. I do wish these birds, like, actually flew around. But that is kind of beyond the, that is kind of a limitation of Hytale itself, rather than any level of laziness from the mod dev. Because how these are placed is in creative mode, you can place entities, like, in a custom orientation. Let's see, Hedera's Bramble. I believe it is just in a chest up here. I kind of wish this was also, like... I wish this one was from a mini-boss or something. Let's see, where is it? I can never remember where this one is. I feel like it's supposed to be... Oh, did it drop from the flower? I thought it was in this chest. Whatever. And then we have one more. This one is a mini-boss. Oh yeah, I don't know if it'll go through, but I did apply for the creator program. If that does go through, I will post my creator code in the comments and in the video description, so that if you decide to pick up the game, you can use my code and I can get a little money off of it. But if you have other creators that you also like, I won't be mad at you if you support them instead. That is completely fine. That is just up to your discretion. Let's see. I'm trying to remember who I supported when I bought the game. It might have been Quebec. I think I supported someone else though, because I knew that Quebec was a bigger creator and was probably going to get quite a few. I wonder if there's a way to check that. I wonder if there's a way to check who you supported. Yeah, it's just been a couple of months at this point, and I don't really remember. But this year's Hedera. I kind of wish I wasn't so high level so I could actually show the bosses, like, mechanics and stuff, instead of just blitzing right through them. Maybe as I'm leveling my bard, I'll go through the different dungeons a little slower and show them off that way. But until then, this is good enough. Yeah, the endgame and quality of life dungeons don't have an exit portal, which is a small gripe that I have. But it is whatever. Alright, we have one more. This one I might die in, because it's supposed to be like endgame tier. I've cleared it a couple of times. This one I will fly through because it's like a barren wasteland. Wait for it to load in a little bit so you can actually see it. Ah, he actually spawned in sometime this time. Sometimes he doesn't. Yeah, he just one-shots me. But yeah, he drops pretty good resources. Not anything that's super useful for me, per se, but still. Ah, and the boss bar is glitched, Lamau. But yeah, they just gave away divine keys as well. That happens quite a bit. Divine keys are just how you get these custom weapons, like the one that I have. But yeah, I have to leave to go play Pathfinder. But yeah, thank you for watching. I still didn't make an outro. I'm sorry. I forgot again. But thank you for watching. I will try to post more Hytale content. I believe next week we will probably be doing more Minecrafts. But that might change. Last week we played a bit of Marathon. I believe that is out on Noel's channel. At least I think it is. I honestly didn't check. Hopefully it is. I don't want to be lying right here. But thank you again for watching. Have a great day.